Yeah, can I get Audi parts, please?
Sure, one moment, please.
Thank you.
Well, they don't show any O-rings on the, or gaskets on the end of that separate.
Really? I mean, it definitely comes...
Yeah, the gaskets that go between the valves and the head.
This is definitely... There's an O-ring in here. I've got half of it, and it's smashed together. That's interesting. Oh. I guess I scared the bejesus out of the camera or something, because it, like, shut off on me. Alright, well, the time has come, and we are putting a belt on it. It makes noise, it don't matter the brand of soap. It's just... It's a POS. So, we're gonna put a belt on it. But, in other news, yeah, haven't gotten anywhere on this yet. For my little intro clip you've seen, I called RwdyAudi. We got the bolts. I forgot to mention that these boys right here are torque to yield in yesterday's upload, so don't try to reuse those. Bad idea. That's why people have problems like this right here. You know, they break things off. It's just one of those, over tighten. We got this. They said, though, here's what I find odd. And this is where that whole big corporate thing, right? Not about it some days. This piece right here you can buy, but you can't buy that O-ring right there, which really sends me for a befumblement. I spent $150 on 10 bolts, 2 gaskets, 3 gaskets, sorry. So I spent $150 on bolts, that gasket right there, and the 2 gaskets to go behind the combination valves, which I was calling SAI valves the whole time. My bad. Where does that leave us with assembly? That leaves us with assembly and plenty of time in the day to start putting some of this back together. So that's what we're gonna do. First things first, I need to get the rear timing cover cleaned. Actually, that's a lie. I don't have to do that first, but I do need to get the timing cover cleaned. And we're gonna go ahead and finish cleaning up these cylinder heads. Man, I gotta call Audi back because I gotta make sure they ordered these screens. There's 2 little screens that go right there. Dude, the stuff that came out of those was awful. I might have a clip of it from way back when I took this motor apart. I'm gonna see if I can find it. If I can, I'll pop it in here. But they came out like full of metal chunks and shit. So they're pretty nasty. The AI on YouTube got me all jacked up, put on 24 hours of La Mullet, and I got sidetracked hard, and then I was hungry. I was like, what the hell, Jack? This belt squeak's getting on my last nerves. We're gonna get this thing done. I'm gonna get it back. Oh, my wallet and all my information is visible to the world. Oh no. Yay, I can use the garage. These bull guards are for the birds. You guys already know what I'm gonna do here real quick, so let's get to it. Well, the GoPro says it took me 2 minutes, 36 seconds to get from setting the camera there to getting the belt off. So I think that's pretty quick. But this belt doesn't really like look bad. Like there's some oil, residual shit on it, not oil, but like you can definitely feel the soap on it. I find that kind of interesting, but Bill has basically said, throw a belt on it. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, we're done. You guys are not gonna see this on the channel tomorrow. It won't be here. Not because it's a Ford and this is an Audi channel, but because we're not doing anything else to it. This is it, last thing. Until something major breaks on this, we just let it be. Hey, you know, not everything is made in China. This belt was made in Argentina. Look at that. More you know. So somewhere in Argentina, there's a belt factory. All right, guys, so now that that thing's done, fixed, what time is it? I kind of want to go drop this truck off at a subjectively decent hour instead of like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So we might have to take a quick commercial break and then come back and work on those things. 450. All right, let's make a phone call real quick first. Looks like we're just gonna run the truck to the back to Bill right now and then be back in a bit. It's just simpler that way. It's like 5 o'clock. I think at the end of the day, it's probably better because I want to work onto this thing for a while. I need to get the walnut blaster, which is at the house, so I can finish cleaning the intake valves. I need to plan a little bit better. That's what I'm doing. That's what I missed. I didn't plan today out very well, so be back. All right, well, you guys have caught me without a hat on, and I know my hair is kind of long. I actually got asked the other day by my mom. She's like, hey, are you growing your hair out? I looked at her, I was like, no. She's like, well then why don't you get a haircut? I was like, no. She's like, why not? I'm like, because I'm saving money. She's like, why are you saving money? I'm like, for race car parts. Duh. So, anyway. Yeah, we got to get this bit clean. I got to get all these channels clean. There's a couple ways you guys can go about this. All right, at some point my GoPro just freaked out on me. I have no idea why or how or what caused it. But I was saying, so you have the rear timing cover. You got to clean out this channel here, and there's a few ways you can do it. You can do it with like a pick, and you can drag a pick through it. I have a pretty big hard-on for using a angle grinder with a wire wheel on it. But you gotta also make sure to get all this leftover RTV off out of all of these holes here. You know, that's the sealing surface. Also, you need to make sure to clean these surfaces as well. I'm gonna end up cleaning off this entire thing, get it all nice and prepped and perfect. Go ahead and probably take the rear cam seal out as well, because we won't put the new one in till later. Let's get to it, shall we? For the record also, I am not gonna show you guys how to completely rebuild this engine. Like, that's not what this upload's about. Well, that thing's all cleaned up. There we go. So nice, pretty, except for that stained metal action, which you could get this off if you really, really wanted to, if you got down in there. This is pretty much just like surface dirt and grime, more or less, if you really have the OCD. We can set that off to the side for right now. The next thing that I'm gonna have to address is getting this cylinder, all these cylinder surfaces clean, this clean, that head gasket off. These surfaces all clean, yo on and yo on. Let's get this cylinder head clean, and then let's get this kind of like vacuumed up. The goal tonight is get this engine completely clean so that when I come back, I can get just right into assembly. Got a little brake clean on the lens there. Man, I feel naked without a hat on to an extreme. Honestly, the long hair is cool and all. Like, I don't mind having long hair, but the TV's loud again. I don't mind having the hair being long, but without a hat on, it makes me, I feel like my hair is a big, like, Asian fro right now. So it's like, what's going on? But got the shop vac out, got the engine cleaned up. Need to miss a little spot there. I need to get that bolt out too. That thing is like, check this out. I can spin this. There are no, come on you piece of shit. Maybe you're gonna grab? That bolt's gonna turn me into a liar, watch. I'm okay with that though. Are you gonna come out for me? No, it ain't gonna come out. I'm gonna have to do some freakery to get that thing out of there. Somebody in the comments right now is probably raging on me, whether it's tomorrow, the day after, or in 20 years from now. Guarantee you somebody raging because I took a very fine metalled brush wheel to that cylinder head, to that engine block, and cleaned the surfaces off. The reality is here, guys, I've done that so many times, whether it's aluminum or cast iron, never had a problem with it. I wouldn't personally recommend it because, you know, here, let's just be honest. It's like in that 10% sketch category of, you know, things could go wrong if somebody let it get out of hand. You ain't gonna hurt this head with this brush. I mean, you could gouge it or gouge something else if you're not careful, or like wire wheel into the plastic or something, but you are not gonna mess that head up. You're not gonna mess that block up. I wouldn't do it necessarily to a head, especially being as those are like freaking been resurfaced and everything. But this, yeah, we ain't screwing that up. If I mess that up with that, well, engine was toast to start with. Kind of running out of time tonight. It's just getting away from me, but still haven't figured out what these are for. Well, I think it was Mike Hansley. He said that these were extra, so I don't know what those are for. I've yet to figure out where these even go. I don't recall taking any of that stuff out. Like, those are weird. Very, very weird. One day I'll figure out what those go to. Anyway, head gasket time. So, which way is up? Does it say up? This side up? This side up? No, it does not say this side up anywhere. Interesting. Whoa, get back here. Couple surfaces that didn't get all that clean, one of them being this cover seal right here, and the head surface. There's some leftover goo on there that I'm gonna go ahead and get off. All right, well, we have cylinder heads. They are clean-ish, installed-ish, and I can't forget about these things. We gotta put those back in there too. But I've got a lot of little things going on that I don't record, so life is what life is, and sometimes life just gets in the way of doing other things. You know, I can't always control that. So, all right, well, that's where I'm gonna call this one, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and if the AI got you here, consider subscribing. Guys, remember, be kind, be thankful, be grateful. I'm Audi. Peace. I'll see you tomorrow.